Good morning, Donyale here from helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. Today I just decided to do a little coffee inspiration, kind of just getting the day going, and I was led to share a topic, living beyond excuses. Living beyond excuses. You know, I think about, I relate things to my own walk because I'm not offering you I'm not offering answers. That's not why I do any of this. I don't have any answers to provide. I'm giving you words to consider, sharing an experience or thoughts that maybe someone can draw from. I think of everything that I present and offer to you, and no matter what form it comes in, is really like a buffet table. It fulfills me. I think of it like an artist. It's fulfilling. It's a fulfillment that when I am writing words or speaking words or sharing images or sharing thoughts, those things are a fulfillment to me. I feel very encouraged by it, and I believe it's by the grace of God, and I'm just grateful for it. But in sharing that, I'm not giving it to you as something that you should take as, okay, this is it. This is the way I'm going to go. I think it should be something that you can consider. It should be something that you can stop and pause and say, well, what is she saying? You know, what can I take from it to enhance my own walk? Because let's face it, we all have a voice. We all have something we could share, something we could say, something we could inspire each other with. And that's the beautiful part about our lives, is that we are unique. And we all come to the table with something special. And really, if you think about it, that's why I enjoy conversation. That's why I don't mind people commenting and giving an opinion or expressing a concern or sharing something that inspires, because those things are conversation. And it's not a debate. You know, sometimes you may say something, I may feel like pushback, but it's not pushback. It's me saying, well, yeah, I hear that, but I'm thinking that. And so it's just a way to have a conversation. But whatever happens is always bound in love. Love always wins. It's always welcomed with gratitude, because that is my disease. That is the thing that I'm trying to infect people with, is making gratitude contagious. Robbing the thief named regret is a good reason why. It draws on the fact that I've experienced it. I've experienced loss, unexpected tragedy, things that most people have too. You know, our life are hills and valleys. And if when you stop and think about that premise, some of us have gotten, some of us are left with the weight of regret. Maybe there are things that happened that didn't go the way you thought, and you departed in a bad way. It could have been a divorce. It could have been a death. It could have been, you know, someone you don't speak to anymore and you lost that relationship. Those are regretful. You know, we don't have to like each other's ways. We don't have to believe the same thing. I mean, it's good to hear in right perspectives. It's good to know what you're willing to die on. I always want to share that. I mean, I know my faith, and I'm able to walk that out with pain, without pain, celebration with tears or no tears. The reality is that it really comes down to what am I willing to die on? Not what my parents believe, not what my neighbor believes, not what just my pastor says, but am I walking out that experience? Living beyond excuses. Living beyond excuses. See, it comes a time and place that you really figure out is you. You know, if you want a stage, the stage is you. Your stage is your life, meaning that it has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end. And in the process of that, you really need to know, what is it that you believe? What are you driving for? When you treat other people a certain way, or when you say certain things or do certain things, are you conscious of that you may not see these people again? And it doesn't always have to be on their end, by the way. It could be our lives ending, and we left people with just hurt and pain. So, living beyond excuses. Living beyond excuses. Just for me, it just really means that there's a lot of things that I just feel led to do, and it's on my heart to do. And so I don't even know the outcome of those things. I don't even know where it might lead or where it may not, but I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to be fulfilled in that moment, to appreciate that moment, the privilege of the opportunity of that moment. You know, no one promised me my tomorrow will look the same as today. Boy, don't I know that. But I tell you that the greatest gift that I have found in this season is just knowing who I am, knowing whose I am, having a peace beyond measure, and willing to share that. Not as an answer, as a perspective. So I want to welcome you here to helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. This is a new added part I'm putting in place. I just think it should be where it should be. I already have a place in mind for where some of these videos are going to go, but I want you to know that you are always welcome here. You don't have to have any type of card. It's not a membership. It's a community with an open door. And I enjoy conversation. I enjoy your posts. I appreciate you sharing and caring enough to do that. I appreciate the fact that, you're looking around what you can do and you do it if you feel led to. I have an eagle call, and it comes from the fact that I just feel led to. And it's important because there's not one thing that I share that I don't believe in, that I don't have confidence in, that I think is a valuable service or product, whatever it is. It's not just to do. It's something that means something to me. And so I always bring in the trait of an eagle, and living beyond excuses is a good place to place that. Living beyond excuses. I think about the course of a day, and there's so many things. I have a list today. I have a list of things that I really want to get done, and they're the things that I have to do and the things that I want to do. And really the work, my stride, my purpose is my sons, to know that flowers can grow from ashes. Excuse me. That was a little bit more than I thought I would take in today. But I think it's important. I think it's important to just let go of a lot of things that don't matter. Just stop running in circles. Stop running as if you're going somewhere that's going to be a landing spot, and then when you get there, then what? So if somehow we can appreciate the moments, we can appreciate the conversations, we can appreciate the opportunity, even the challenges, we can just take a pause and say, okay, what can I do? See, peace allows you to do that. Peace allows you to see that the storm is raging around you, that things are being thrown around as you sit there. And you're able to still have peace and say, what do I do with this? What is this? And so I just want to share today, live beyond excuses. If it's something that you feel led you want to do, maybe it's writing a book, maybe it's starting a website, maybe it's, paintings that you want to sell at the local trade show. Maybe you're a gardener. Maybe you want to start doing local farmer markets. I don't know. But I want to encourage you to just take a step out and live beyond the excuse of what can't be done. I don't have enough of this. I don't have the money to do that right now. I don't have the time. I'm very busy. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a husband. I have 2 businesses. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm going back to school for my master's. Whatever it is. Those are good pursuits. I think if you have the energy and you're multi-talented and focused to do it, God bless you. But the reality is to make sure to make a mixture of those things you enjoy. If it's just reading a book, if it's just driving by the water, if it's just going for a walk, don't neglect those things. Don't get in a zone that you keep thinking, once I get through this, then I'll do this. Because when will that be? We don't know. So I have today, and I'm going to be sure to include what I enjoy, what's fulfilling, which is what I'm doing with you now. And I just want to thank you. Just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting. I don't say those words lightly. I know sometimes in my reply you'll see that, but I mean every word of it. You don't have to take time to follow. You don't have to take time to reply. You don't have to share. You don't have to do anything. And the fact that you do, it means something. So I want to give something to you to say, live beyond excuses. You know who you are. There are people who are just like me, just look at how much is going on and how can I possibly think I can do any of these things. But to me, this is where it should be. This is the center of who I am. This is my vocation. So for me, everything that I feel I should be led to do, that's where I'm starting. And everything else that has to is responsible. Have-tos are responsible. Going to do the things that you have to do to get things done is responsible. You have to do that. You have to be disciplined. That's not an option, but that's a given, right? But doing those things that you feel led to, doing those things that are encouraging and helpful to someone else, and I'm talking about positive things. So if you're led to go turn somebody's car over or kick their door, that's not what I'm referring to, by the way. I'm referring to those things that are positive, that you can look back at and know you planted a seed in someone else's life that meant something that will keep on giving. So I just appreciate this time with you, and I want you to know that we all can live beyond excuses. We can live beyond excuses. No one promised us that tomorrow will look the same as today. And just join in with me. Plant your first seed, whatever that looks like. And until you know, hang out with me. This community is meant to inspire. It's not just about my face showing up. Truthfully, half the time I don't even like to listen or look back at what I put together. And sometimes you just kind of have to. But I really just want to share with you a perspective. And I want you to know that you are welcomed here. I want you to know that this is a community with an open door. And if you are hurting, that's where this started. If you are in a dark room, if you're in a place where you can't see your way out, just be here. Just hang out. If you don't have a local church, if you don't have any friends you can confide in, there's always the suicide hotline. I don't take that lightly. I think if you need the help, you should get the help. You may not know where to start, but they are there 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And I normally would have the number, which I will promise going forward I'll keep, so that I can have it in front of you. But if you Google it just to have it, if you feel like you're a little down, make sure to do that. Because you're here with a purpose. You didn't just show up here. So your life means something to somebody. Maybe just going to work. Maybe there's a work for you to do later. Maybe it's just opening the door where you work at and doing it with a smile. I don't know. But just know that if you're here, you have purpose. And if you're feeling down, depressed, there's nothing wrong with getting help. So live beyond excuses. Do what is healthy for you to be your best you. That doesn't come from somebody else. You have to know it. And no matter where you're at in life, if you don't know it, if you can't find it, someone else can't give it to you. And when you allow someone to speak into your life, they don't even know your heart. They don't even know your journey. So you have to be very careful with that. So live beyond excuses. Live beyond excuses. Find whatever it is you can do now, today. I know there's big plans. I know I have a lot I want to do. I want to have many chapters. I want to live a very long life, long, prosperous, healthy life, by the way. And I want the same for my sons, for all of my family. There's not one family member I would mention that I don't want long life and health and prosperity in their life. So today, live beyond excuses. Let's all do what we can. I'm just grateful to be with you, and I'm grateful that this has started. It's been a long time whisper to do it, and it's just the beginning. And so I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for traveling this unfamiliar path with me. Today, we are going to live beyond excuses.